Alright, we just got the thumbs up. I want you to look over there on your left-hand side. Wave goodbye. We're leaving the theme park behind. Bye, everyone. We are heading down to the studio. We're off on our Hollywood adventure. Alright, now I want to introduce you to our driver. His name is Reese. Everyone say hi, Reese. He's going to be keeping this show on the road for us. I also want to introduce you to our co-host, star of the Tonight Show, That's My Jam on NBC, Jimmy Fallon.
Hey there, you made it. Welcome to the Universal Studio Tour. I'm Jimmy Fallon. I'll be making sure that you get through this experience in one piece. You've got the very best guide, Justin, and the greatest driver, Reese. They're the best. I love them. Even though Reese owes me $5. I know you guys are excited to get on the tour, but first, a few safety rules.
Thank you, Jimmy. So safety is very important here at the studio tour. First, if you need any kind of guest assistance, you have medical emergency, you drop something of value off the side of the tram, there's any kind of audio-visual problem, reach up, pull the red emergency cord that runs along the center of the ceiling of the tram, and I'll be back to assist you as soon as it's safe to do so. Otherwise, during the entire tour, do that. Please remain seated, keeping your arms and legs inside the vehicle at all times. The studio is private property. If you drop your phone or just can't wait to use the restroom, pull the red cord, remain seated.
Good.
Now don't do that. There is no smoking of any kind allowed on the tour. And be prepared. Our tour today will be featuring loud noises, fire effects, sudden tram movements, and yes, the possibility that you will be getting wet. Protect your cameras. Alright, finally, for your safety and those around you, we do ask that you refrain from using selfie sticks while on board. No selfie sticks, alright? Now check this out, we're taking you down our timeline right now. These movie posters you're seeing on both sides of the tram, they represent just a few of the thousands of movies that Universal Studios has produced throughout the years, over 8,000 films. As I said, it all started over 108 years ago, March 15, 1915. That's when our founder, Carl Laemmle, opened the gates to Universal Studios Hollywood. And on that day, he proclaimed, Universal is the strangest city in the world. And he's right, it is strange. But it's also an actual city. Look, we have our fire station. It's a real fire station. You're right, Fire Station 51. It's not a movie set. We have our own sheriff station, gas station, post office. We even have our own zip code. Now, one thing that all of these movies here on the timeline, one thing that they all have in common is a lot of the things you see in these films, things are often based around illusions. You're going to be seeing lots of examples of that here today on our tour. Just ahead of us, that's no illusion, that's our studio. We are about to drive onto the front lots. It's where we have a lot of our production offices. It's where a lot of business is conducted. It's also where we have our post-production facilities and sound stages. We have 36 sound stages on the lots. Now, the sound stages are where they film some of the interior scenes to a lot of your favorite TV shows, movies, music videos, commercials. For the first sound stage you're seeing over here on your left, where it says The Voice, that's stage 12. Which just so happens to be our biggest sound stage. Big enough to house Frankenstein's Laboratory, Dracula's Castle, Scarface's Mansion, Visitor Center, Jurassic Park. It's a massive stage. We're passing by some more sound stages on your left, including stages 7 and 8 just ahead. It's where they shoot the television series Bel Air. Bel Air is a dramatic reimagining of the classic 90s sitcom, Fresh Prince of Bel Air. And it stars Maury Banks and Ollie Showlitzon. They play Will Carlton on the series.
So what is you put egg on the cheese? You put cheese on the eggs, on the cheese. It's fine. Whoa, how many seasons are there? It's gotta be a lot. We could probably fit the whole Bel Air cast and crew in there.
No, we gotta get one of these for the mansion.
Oh, for sure.
You're lucky for y'all, the Banks family mansion lives right here on the Universal lot.
Right. Some of Bel Air's most pivotal scenes have been filmed right here. Jabari, what have been your most memorable moments?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, there's so many to choose from. You're out room before your set with real first interest, and at that moment, his life changes forever. What about you?
Well, the Bel Air Academy gym set is here too, and I remember you having to sit in that cold ice bath for hours. Yeah. And that was really fun.
I expect you to feel my toes. No, but seriously, my favorite part of this lot is the talented crew who put it all together, from hair, wardrobe, makeup,
Set design, props, and transportation.
Transpo, yes. You know, Transpo is the best, and they have the sweetest rides for us to play with.
Actually, speaking of, if we're gonna get a ride like this, we'd better go talk to Transpo now and let these people get back to their tour.
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah. As long as I get to drive.
Oh, not if I've got the keys.
Oh, not fun.
Come on, man.
Yes. Now you can stream seasons 1 and 2 of Bel Air on Peacock right now. Now Bel Air also shoots inside Stage 14 over here on your left. Stage 14 is actually our second biggest soundstage. It's over 19,000 square feet. Jurassic Park, scenes from Jurassic Park also filmed inside that stage. Also, that is where Ron Howard shot scenes from his film Apollo 13. That's where they housed Mission Control for that film.
Realism was an essential element for Apollo 13. After all, we were recreating an important moment in American history, a moment many Americans witnessed on television. We thought about filming in Houston, Texas, where the original control room for the Apollo missions still exists. Unfortunately, NASA's engineers didn't have filmmaking in mind when they built Mission Control. Since there was no room for the elaborate camera cranes and tracks we needed for the shots, we had to build our own Mission Control. Everything had to be exact, even down to the tiniest detail.
It's all about the details. And we all know Ron Howard today is director, but some of you guys might remember when he was an actor. He was a child star. He was a sitcom star on TV shows like The Andy Griffith Show and Happy Days. And speaking of television, our television history here at NBC Universal, it dates back over 80 years ago, all the way back to April 30th, 1939. That's when the New York City World's Fair, we had our first live televised transmission. And since then, Universal Television has given you countless television series, leading us all the way up to today. TV shows like Bel Air, the Emmy Award-winning series Hacks, starring Gene Smart, another series that shoots on our lot, and Killing It, starring Craig Robinson, who shoots inside stages 18 and 19, right? It's a brand new television series shooting on the lot that stars that guy over there. After our first celebrity sighting, everyone, Ted! What up, Ted? Ted is getting his own television show. It'll be coming to Peacock this year. From executive producer Seth MacFarlane. Ted, the TV series, will be a prequel to the Ted movies with Mark Wahlberg. Just beyond Ted on your left, these are our production bungalows. These are some of Hollywood's top writers, producers, and directors who work some major Hollywood power players. They work out of these offices, including Dwayne Johnson's production company, 7 Bucks, Jordan Peele's production company, Monkey Paw, who production movies like Get Out, Us, Nope. Many years ago, one of the most influential film directors of all time, master of suspense, Alfred Hitchcock. Famed directors Psycho, The Birds, Vertigo, Rewindow. He worked out of Bungalow 5195, and we're going to pass by Hitchcock's bungalow in just a moment. You're going to know it's Hitchcock's bungalow because they put Hitchcock's famous profile just outside the front door, just above the hedges, to honor him right over there.
You said you could move into that office. I said, no, I can never be in Hitchcock's office. That should be a flag on the museum. Very excited, just to know that he was there and walk by and know he was in that office. Hitchcock has influenced every director.
And I saw Hitchcock once walking around the commissary.
Hitchcock had his bungalow on the lot. I used to go see Alfred Hitchcock.
I loved working with him. I highly respect him. He really understood fear and terror.
The Birds, that was a really scary movie.
The Birds? Oh man, that had me looking at crows like for the next 10 years.
Psycho, of course. Vertigo. There's plenty of all-time great masterpieces. Hitchcock was master.
The master. We are passing by two of our newer sound stages. We're here on the left, stages 25 and 26. Now, stage 25 is where they shoot the sitcom Lopez y Lopez, starring George Lopez's real-life daughter, Maya Lopez. All right, so it is official. We're driving on the backlot right now. There's a lot more to see here at the backlot. That's because the backlot's where they film everything outside. This area to your right looks like a city. These are our metropolitan sets. And this is where they film everything outside on a large scale. Now, these are not buildings that you're seeing here on the backlot. They were what we call facades, the front and sides of buildings. And that's because that's all the camera really needs to see. We let your imagination fill in the rest. Some of these sets are also practical. That means they can film both interior and exterior shots. Now, this first area that you're seeing over here to your right, too, those stoops, that is Brownstone Street, which you've seen in so many movies throughout the years. I love this montage. You can see just how many times Brownstone Street is doubled for different cities and even different time periods. Now this next area we're going to stop into, we call it Courthouse Square. And it was several time periods, all the same movie. How's that possible? Yeah, the time machine, that'd be possible. Yes, Courthouse Square was Hill Valley and all three Back to the Future movies. So Michael J. Fox, Christopher Lloyd. This is where they have the clock tower.
Right?
It was actually the back lot, the Courthouse Square, that inspired the entire climax to Back to the Future.
I had scenes up there, the clock tower on that ledge. It was a ledge about that wide. And I was standing inside looking at the ledge, and I already had vertigo. I just thought there's no way in the world, no way I'm going to stand all that. I was up there for quite a while. Of course, I had a cable.
Yeah, the area in front of the courthouse was transformed 3 different times for the Back to the Future movies. The year 1955 was dressed as a park, much like how it is today, with grass and trees. The year 1985, they paved it over and turned it into a parking lot. And for the year 2015, as depicted in Back to the Future Part 2, they turned it into a man-made lake. You know, the world is right around the corner here on the backlot. I'm going to prove that to you guys right now. We're going to take you from Hill Valley, California to New York, Big Apple. And look, we're already here. Welcome to New York, everyone. This is New York Street. It is the single most filmed street on the planet. You've seen New York Street in more movies, TV shows, music videos, commercials. And speaking of New York, our co-host, Jimmy Fallon, he shoots The Tonight Show in New York City. It's also the city where you got to start.
Hey everyone, welcome to New York. I got my start right here in New York on Saturday Night Live. This is actually my old neighbor. Almost got mugged over there. An old woman, tough lady. This is my favorite hot dog guy. Hey buddy, how's it going? Remember me? No. Just like old times. Gotta love New York City. I'm walking here. Hey, it's cool guys. I was just walking there. So it's not exactly New York, but a lot of times when you see New York in the movies, it was shot right here on the Universal Metro sets. If you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. Even if you make it here on the Universal lot.
That's right, they make everything here on our Metropolitan sets. So many productions, including one of the most popular reality competition shows on television, American Ninja Warrior.
Hey Studio Tour, this is Akbar Bajavia-Miller, and did you know that we filmed American Ninja Warrior right here on New York Street? In fact, we built the entire course in just a few days. Take a look.
That's right, they shoot the Los Angeles qualifying rounds for American Ninja Warrior every season, right here on New York Street. They built that obstacle course very, very fast.
Be sure to watch this season on Mondays on NBC and stream next day or
The 1930s New York City was the setting for one of the great scenes in the movie King Kong. King Kong climbs the Empire State Building. Here's director of King Kong, Peter Jackson.
It's the original King Kong that made me want to direct movies. I saw that movie on TV when I was about 8 or you're on board the ship, you're sailing to a lost island, you're encountering monsters and creatures from prehistoric times. So I was thrilled when Universal invited me back to Star Island and to actually have you all arrive. Now we have created this 3D immersive experience, so you're going to have your glasses ready. Don't put them on yet, just have them in your hand.
Get those glasses ready. Adventure waits. Hang on to all of your belongings. Remain seated at all times, please. No flash photography. Welcome to Skull Island. Just recently won an Oscar for Avatar, Way of the Water. Now hang on to those 3D glasses, you will be needing them a little bit later on.
With a project like the studio tour, the audience is in the middle of the environment. They're looking in all directions, there's creatures coming at them, they're seeing Kong from this side and T-Rexes from the other side.
Working on a movie, we always know where people are looking. They're looking straight ahead, they're looking at the shot that we're working on.
Here you have to take into account that people are looking in all directions.
Also, one of the things about this ride, unlike the movies that we're used to working on, there's no cuts. Because it's one giant shot, and this tram that's driving along through Skull Island is where the camera's from. This ring represents where the screen is 10 meters away.
We're really creating about 50 minutes of a digital. That amount of visual information, that number of pixels, and putting it into the was a hell of a lot.
Indeed. You know, one of my favorite parts about getting to work here at Universal Studios is getting to see how they transform these sets for filming. For example, in our metropolitan sets, typically what they'll do is they'll dress up the windows of the facades. They'll light the streets with street lights and parking meters and traffic lights. And of course, cars, right? Think about it. New York City would not be New York City without traffic. Any major city would not be major without cars, trucks, all of the traffic that you'd see on any given day. Here's the thing, whenever you see a car in a movie or a TV show, it's what we in the industry call picture car. It's any vehicle that is seen by the camera. Actually, did you guys know you're sitting on a picture car? The tram, the Universal Studios tram. It's made many cameos in movies and TV shows. But we're not gonna stop with just the tram, of course. We've got a lot more picture cars to show you. If you love cars and movies and TV shows, you're going to get your cameras out. You're about to see some iconic picture cars. Maybe some of the Back to the Future, Flintstones cars, Flying Ford Anglia from Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. The Fry's Electronics fan from Jordan Peele's latest film, Nope. One of the gyrospheres of Jurassic World. Speaking of Jurassic Park, we have a wonderful opportunity for all of you Jurassic Park fans on board. We are going to take you into Jurassic Park.
To Jurassic Park.
Thank you, John Hammond. And look, coming up here on your right-hand side, do you see it? That Jeep Wrangler? That's John Hammond's Jeep Wrangler. The same one you're seeing in this shot on your screens. Now that Jeep Wrangler also made a cameo in Jurassic World. You might remember a scene where the two brothers, they find the Jeep Wrangler in the jungle. It's the same Jeep Wrangler. And here is more of Jurassic Park here on the backlot. This is an area of our backlot where we keep a lot of the set pieces that were featured in those Jurassic Park movies. If you're a true fan, you're going to recognize a lot of this that's surrounding us right now, including the mobile lab. That's the RV mobile lab from Lost World. You guys might remember the mobile lab from this very suspenseful scene in the movie where it got pushed off the cliff by an angry T-Rex. Now that was not an action. No, bad. Dilophosaurus. Watch out, Car 2. I am so sorry, Car 1. That was not supposed to happen. They must have got out of their cages. I forgot to tell you guys, we have dinosaurs here. Watch out, Car 3. We have dinosaurs here in Jurassic Park. The mobile lab you guys saw back there was featured in this scene. It was not a cliff, though. The RV was dangling from it. It was one of our parking structures. They dressed to look like a cliff. Now, the first two Jurassic Park movies were directed by Steven Spielberg. Steven directed another one of his films. This next area of the backlot we're going to stop into in just a moment. It's called Old Mexico. Old Mexico has the distinction of being one of the oldest sets on the backlot. Now, some of the sets in Old Mexico date back to the silent era film. It's part of our Western sets. And the movie that Steven Spielberg directed here in Old Mexico is one of the Indiana Jones movies. Indiana Jones, the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, where it doubled as Peru, South America, for viewing scenes in the movie. A lot of Westerns filmed here throughout the years here in Old Mexico, including the Appaloosa, Mark Brando. Hey, wait. Oh, no. Did you guys hear that? It sounded like thunder. Remnants from the storm. Oh no. Here we go again with the rain. I thought we were done. Unbelievable. Look, it is really coming down. Look at that. Yeah, well, I hate to say it, you know what they say. They say when it rains this hard, this fast, flash floods are possible. Yeah. No, don't worry, we'll be fine. Usually you hear a little rumbling sound before flash floods. Now, you've seen TV... No! so proud of you. You just survived the flash flood weather effect here on the studio tour. It's been thrilling guests for over 50 years. Now, we're going to take you into even more of the Old West right now. We're going to take you all to 6 points.
This town ain't big enough for the both of us, Jimmy Fallon.
Well, I ain't going anywhere, Jimmy Fallon.
Now look here. Not forcing this tram don't want no trouble. I just want to check out 6 points, one of the oldest sets on the Universal line.
I heard this where John Wayne and Jimmy Stewart shot a few of their westerns.
That's right. That's where I aim to shoot you.
Looks like we got ourselves a Mexican standoff. Lucky shot.
Now what say you mount up and get out of town while we're getting good?
All right. Well, I'll see you again, Fallon.
Or you can count on it, Fallon. Now get.
This is the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
We just have to talk it out, that's all.
All right. Yeah, you know, they call this area 6 points because during the silent era film, they could actually shoot 6 different westerns here at the same time. That's because there were 6 different streets and 6 points. Each street was like its own town. It had its own bank, its own saloon, and its own hotel. Now these sets, they're old, but they are still very much used to this day. They were shooting a new episode of Quantum Leap, the new Quantum Leap, Raymond Lee and Ernie Hudson, right here on the Western sets. Quentin Tarantino, he shot scenes from his last movie, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, on our Western sets. Leonardo DiCaprio, Brad Pitt. As we head on to 6 points, I do want to point out some of our newest sound stages to your left, including stages 30 and 31. That's where they shoot another reality competition show here on the lot, The Voice, a singing competition show which is currently in production right now. They're gearing up for the fall season. Reba McEntire, she has been confirmed as a new coach, along with returning coaches John Legend and Gwen Stefani and Niall Horan. Well, we have reached the halfway mark here in the studio tour. Just want to remind everyone to remain seated during the entire tour. The studio is private property. If you drop your phone or just can't wait to use the restroom, pull the red cord and remain seated on the tram. So, you know how I said that the world is right around the corner here on the Backlot? I'm going to prove that to you guys right now. We're going to take you on a European vacation. Yes. And you don't need your passport. Don't worry about it. I got you. And you can go to any part of Europe you want. How about that? That's even better, right? So if you want to go, well, where do you want to go? You want to go to Italy? Why not? Yeah. Buongiorno. Welcome to Italy, everyone. Yeah, it's as simple as that. You want to go to France? Oui, oui. Bonjour. Welcome to France, everyone. Spain, yes. Bienvenidos. Welcome to Spain, everyone. This is Little Europe. It can be any of those places. Simply by changing the language on the signs, doing a little set decorating the windows, changing the flag. You know, scratch that. This could be any part of the world. This doubled as the Caribbean in one of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. Now, Little Europe also doubled as the Middle East in the movie Jarhead with Jake Gyllenhaal. And it is the birthplace of the horror film. A lot of those classic Universal monster movies, Dracula, Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein, Invisible Man, The Mummy, and The Hunchback of Notre Dame, which is celebrating its 100th anniversary this year, actually, next month. That classic film starring Lon Chaney, filmed here in Little Europe. Now, Little Europe is where the mob of angry villagers would collect with their torches looking for the monster.
He's in the woods. Get out of that house. Raise all the men you can. Lock the women indoors and wait for me. I'm ready. Take your torches and go.
Get him. Yes. That was a great story about the casting of one of those monster movies. Did you guys know the studio's first choice to play the monster in Frankenstein was actually Dracula? Yeah, it was Dracula. Well, Bela Lugosi, the actor who became famous for playing Dracula in the movies, he was the studio's first choice to play the monster in Frankenstein, but ultimately it did not work out. And the role was eventually offered to a big player here on the lot. His name was Boris Karloff. He was actually an extra here on the lot. But he took on the role of the monster in Frankenstein, and it launched his career. He became one of the most successful actors of the horror genre. Now, Bela and Boris, they went on to work together in quite a few films thereafter, but it was often Boris Karloff that would be the star of the movie, and Bela that would be the supporting character. So it really was the role that got away. And Bela, he did go on to play the monster in one of many incarnations of Frankenstein's monster in the movies. He played Frankenstein's monster in the movie Frankenstein Meets the Wolfman. Now here's some more of those monsters, maniacs, and madmen of Universal Horror. A short trip to New England here in the Backlot. I want to welcome everyone to Amity Island. Disregard this beach close sign. They just reopened the beach. They caught Jaws earlier this morning. Haven't done this in a while. My good friend George, he caught him. He's actually deep sea diving right now, making sure everything's safe. No. He caught the wrong shark. So we gotta warn George. George! Oh no. Oh! You guys don't move. Don't move. Turn your heads. Do you want to see that? Turn your heads. Oh no. Alright, stay calm. We're gonna take you over here by these gasoline tanks where it's safe. He's taking the duck. Up here. See a big movie star here on the studio tour. You are seeing a legend over there in the water. That's Jaws, everyone. Give it up for Jaws. Okay. Respect. That's what we got. Please. A legend. He's got his own franchise. Now you have Jaws. That is his screen name. His real name, though, is Bruce. He's the mechanical shark from the production of Jaws. He's the hardest working shark in show business. He works here every single day. But you know, he didn't always work.
That's much of the line chart. The chart was frustrating. It didn't really work all the time. It didn't work hardly at all.
Wherever you were on the island, you hear the radio. They were always saying, the chart is not working for me.
We just waited around. We just waited. The shark was working well enough for a while there and things to go. So I really owe the shark a lot.
Yes, he does. When Jaws was released in theaters, summer of 1975, it broke every box office record up to that point, becoming the biggest grossing film of all time when it was released. And it was director Steven Spielberg who named the shark Bruce after his lawyer, Bruce Raymer. He was a real shark. One of the best. Alright, so we're going to take you to the chicken ranch right now. It's over here on your right. That was Mona's Chicken Ranch from Best Little House in Texas, starring Dolly Parton and Burt Reynolds. This is a great example of what we call a practical set. We can shoot both interior and exterior shots. This next neighborhood we're going to take you into has quite a few practical sets as well. It's called Colonial Street. Some very famous TV families used to live on the streets throughout the years. The Munsters, the Cleavers, Lena's Neighbors, the Hardy Boys. A lot of you guys might recognize Colonial Street as Wisteria Lane from ABC's Desperate Housewives, which you don't hear for 8 seasons.
If there is one thing everyone in suburbia can appreciate, it's a good neighbor.
Yes, now you know, Desperate Housewives has been off the air for a little over 10 years now, but it's definitely left an indelible mark here on the studio tour, Backlot. Lynette, Felicity Huffman's character, she lived in the gray house on your right. Susan, Terry Hatcher's character, lived in the yellow house on your right. That's another practical set. Eva Longoria's character, Gabrielle, she lived in the beige-colored house on your right. We actually call that the Harvey House, the beige-colored house, because it was prominently featured in the Oscar-winning film Harvey, starring Jimmy Stewart. Colonial Street also has been home to movies like The Burbs, Tom Hanks, Carrie Fisher, and Casper, Christina Ricci. Countless music videos and commercials as well. Well, we are approximately 15 minutes from the end of our tour. We will be returning to the theme park shortly. Remember to pull the emergency cord if you need any assistance. Please remain seated on the tram at all times. Right now we're driving up Wilderness Road. This is a more remote area of the backlot. Sometimes you need this kind of setting for your film shoots. In fact, this woodsy area to your left, that's where Sandra Bullock shot one of those campsite scenes from her thriller Bird Box. It just goes to show every inch of space is used here on the lot. Now it was a desolate road, not unlike this one, that Marion Crane was driving on her way to the Bates Motel, the movie Psycho. And if you recall, she was driving a white Ford Fairlane. And speaking of famous picture cars, we have another picture car stop to make here on the studio tour. If you're a fan of the Fast and the Furious movies and Transformers movies, you're in for a treat. Because you're going to see quite a few picture cars from those franchises, including Bumblebee, Decepticon, there's Dominic Toretto's Black Charger, the Fast franchise. We even have the Duesenberg from the Mummy movies, Brendan Fraser. I mentioned the white Ford Fairlane that Janet Leigh drove in the movie Psycho because just around this corner are two of Hollywood's most iconic film sets, the Bates Motel and the Psycho House from Alfred Hitchcock's classic thriller. And that house up there on the hill, that is the original house from the 1960 film Psycho. When Cycle was released in theaters back in 1960, it was a truly groundbreaking film. And it featured an all-string score by composer Bernard Herrmann. Of course, the most famous part of the score, this part, happened during the shower scene with Janet Leigh, which took 78 different shots to film just that one scene. And oh, no, he's home. He's home, Pete, he's home. Okay, wait, no, okay, he's got a knife. Norman, put the knife away. You don't have to do this. Please don't attack anyone in the fourth car. Don't do it. Don't you do it. Ooh, that was scary. Oh, this is scary too. Check this out. This is the spectacular plane crash set site from Steven Spielberg's War of the Worlds. That's an actual 747 jumbo jet you see over there. Was destroyed specifically for this incredible scene film.
The airplane crash site set is a perfect example of a set that is all designed around a vision that Steven had.
When we first began to sit down to talk about War of the World, I thought, what if the 747 goes down right in a big neighborhood? Because it's just something you don't see.
You're doing great. You're doing great. Keep your eyes on me. Listen, I want you to close your eyes, okay? Come close.
You want me to open it?
Robbie, get in.
Yes, you got it.
Get in.
This is one of the largest sets ever constructed for film, rivaling James Cameron's Titanic, Cecil B. DeMille's Ten Commandments. And despite the use of these life-size, realistic sets, the film featured more than 500 special effects. Now, these sets, they were designed by production designer Rick Carter. He's collaborated with Steven Spielberg on many of his movies. Their first movie that they collaborated with on was Steven's film Jurassic Park. They also collaborated on Steven's most recent film, The Fabelmans, for which both were nominated for Oscars. Rick actually won an Oscar for his production design work on one of Steven's films, Lincoln. Now, Steven Spielberg, that is the name that I've mentioned by far the most, and that's no coincidence. It's not an accident. He has a long history of working with our studio. He's directed some of our biggest movies here at Universal, going all the way back to Jaws, E.T. And even before Steven directed movies for Universal, he actually used to direct some of the television series that used to film on the lot, including episodes of Columbo, Peter Falk, Marcus Welby, and me. He even directed the pilot episode for Rod Serling's Night Gallery. Now, even before he directed some television here on the lot, he actually used to sneak onto the lot as a kid, trying to become a director.
When I was about, 16 years old, and I began hanging out at Universal during my summers. When I went to college nearby, I continued to come on the lot and try to become a director. So Universal sort of is my birthplace. This is the place I consider my first home, and I love it here. And I keep coming back.
And throughout the years, Universal has been fortunate to work with generation-defining directors like Steven Spielberg and Alfred Hitchcock. Now we are thrilled to partner with Academy Award winner Jordan Peele. Just a few moments, we're going to take you to Jupiter's Claim, the actual sets from Jordan's latest film, Nope. Here to tell you about the sets is writer-director Jordan Peele.
Movie magic only happens when a team of collaborators, often in the hundreds, work together to take an impossible notion and bring it to life. This is Jupiter's Claim, the nostalgic, small-time Southern California amusement park owned by former child star Ricky Juke Park. Over there, look into the winking well and have your picture taken just like the kids in that old 90s movie Kid Show. That's what this whole place is loosely based on. Remember that one? No? Why? A little further down, you can see the brand new Star Lasso experience. Built to showcase an unbelievable new live show. Oh, it's not looking been so alive anymore. Anyway, behind this Hollywood fantasy of a gold rush frontier town lies a sinister secret. It is smack dab. Welcome to the world of no.
We're gonna take that advice and get out. Well, guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. We are in a little bit of a situation right now, so Grace, he's gonna pull up into this garage. We're gonna hide out. Now, I don't know exactly what's going on, but I do know that someone on board this tram is in very serious danger, and we need to protect them, okay? We need to protect the whole family. We're gonna hide out. Now, I have this guy named Roman Pierce. He's gonna meet us inside. He said he's gonna meet us inside. Tell us a little bit more about what's going on. Just hang tight.
Roman Pierce, FBI, don't move.
Leon?
That's right, party's over.
You know how long I took to iron this shirt, man? I'm not...
You're under arrest right now.
Ladies, just back up a little bit. I got it. It's lightweight. First of all, I don't work for you.
Oh, really? Well, tell me, Roman, who do you work for?
We don't work for nobody. Cop, I suggest you clear out of here, otherwise we can't guarantee your safety.
Guarantee my safety? I'm the one holding the gun.
Yeah, but mine's a whole lot bigger than yours. Hobbs, escort this novice out. Let's go, Cookie Puss. You got an ugly suit on, man. It's cheap.
Somebody out there really pissed off Shaw. It's gonna get ugly fast.
Yeah, don't worry. Lucky for you, our whole family will protect you.
Are you kidding me, Roman? You didn't shut off your phone, bro?
I gotta call you back. I'm in the middle of something.
See what I'm talking about?
Call you back.
Man.
It was on vibrate.
Sharp faced us. House can't hold him forever. Letty, Roman, we're up. Driver, move that vehicle.
It's about to get real interesting. My Mona Lisa's all warmed up right next door.
Roman, grab your truck. I need you and Letty ready to roll.
Just to be super safe, put on those glasses and remain seated.
Which one of you is the witness? Speak now or you all get fried!
This is our turn.
After them!
Okay, guys, it's showtime. Cover the left. This thing ain't moving fast enough. Roman, Letty, hook him up.
Don't think you're getting away! Find them cars!
Way to go, Letty. Don't run another missile shot. Not gonna happen. Don't worry, I got this. Roman, don't shoot. Enemy bridge. Under construction. Hit the nitrous. Ride or die.
All right, let's hear from Fast and Furious Supercharged.
Now, my Mona Lisa got messed up a little bit, but it's all good. We got through it. Y'all held us down. Appreciate it.
They say the bigger the family, the stronger it is. You guys did good out there. And you're welcome to join our crew anytime.
Thanks, Dom. All right, we did it, everyone. We have reached the end of our Hollywood adventure. And on behalf of myself, our driver, Reese, let's give Reese one more big round of applause. Thank you, Reese, for driving us on the lot. And everyone else here at NBC Universal, we want to thank you all so much for taking the tour today. We hope you had a lot of fun. If you have any questions, don't be shy. Stop by, say hi. Again, I'm Justin. I'll be standing at the front of the tram. We park in our plaza just ahead. And to get the most out of today's visit, download the Universal Studios Hollywood mobile app. Get up-to-the-minute wait times for all of our rides and attractions, show times for Waterworld. Get details on how to visit Super Nintendo World. To our pass holders, thank you for visiting us again. If you're not a pass holder, visit the Universal box office where you can upgrade your ticket and turn into an annual pass. Come back again and again. To purchase any of the NBC or Universal titles you saw here in the studio tour, visit www.